So here we go, friends. Hi, what's going on? Thank you, and welcome to another episode. The day before Independence Day here in the States of the longest name on YouTube. I'm your host, Psychotronic Squirt Gun Aaron, and this is Chaotic Comic Book Cover Displays and more with friends. And today we have some great friends here. We've got a co-host and we have two special guests, and I'd like to introduce them. You guys probably all, we're all freaking running around in the same quarters in YT here. But let me just introduce, for those who do not know, over here to my left is the host of Comic Book Memories, Mr. Hot Rod himself. Mr. Hot Rod himself, Dr. Silverage.
Thank you guys so much for letting me be here. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, love that you're here, man. And below me, fresh out of HeroCon, back in the Meta Cave, we've got Roger, Mr. Metarod. Woo!
Yeah. How you doing out there? Great to be here with you guys. Thanks, Aaron, for the invitation. As always a pleasure to be on with gentlemen such as yourselves.
Yeah, and Roger's the one who inspired me to do my own show, believe it or not. So,
you keep saying that. You're a natural. You didn't need me.
That's the history. And last but not least, you guys, is my partner in crime, Rob, the real Rockin' Rob, cheap comic book collector. Take it away, Rob. What's going on, brother?
I would argue with that. I think I'm the least.
Oh, no.
These guys are awesome.
Yeah, but you're awesome too. You're very generous to me and everyone that you.
$2 a comic shipped. Come on, Rob.
Yeah, and pulling me into it.
Yeah,
you can't beat that.
I mean, what the heck?
They just raised shipping prices on me too. So.
Oh, geez.
It might be getting a little bit of a squeeze there. I'm not sure yet, but the packages started like. Why are they so expensive all of a sudden?
Oh yeah,
man.
But they raised it quite a bit. But I can still ship cheaper on UPS. I just have to figure out if I can have them pick up at the house or not. So,
well, there you go.
We'll see.
Well, we do these comic claims, for fun. Actually,
it's but we don't want to lose money either.
No, we don't want to lose money, but it's a faster form of trading for me. That's the way I look at it. So first, I'm going to just kick it off with just a couple, and then I'm going to jump into the chat and say hi to everyone. I really appreciate you guys being here. But as you guys know, I go to my friend Sean's, which is about a 2-hour drive. A lot of this stuff I got from Sean. I'll be showing today, plus some stuff from Rob and some other stuff I pulled from the chaos, right? So this is a Marvel graphic novel from 1982. It's the 5th printing of I'm going to go big, you guys. I'm going to go big.
Oh, yeah.
The Death of Captain Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to read this, and I will read this now. And
it's one of the best stories I've read, Aaron. Just a tearjerker, honestly.
Yeah. I'm very, and it's really minty. When I get things from Sean, oh my God. It's amazing. I am collecting the single issues of these, but man, why not just go for it, and read it in this really big, graphic novel form.
Well, that's the way it came out originally, and as a graphic novel.
Oh, very cool. Okay, I thought that I've got my wires crossed on that. So
they did reprint it in a comic form, but that is the way that it was originally came out.
Okay, awesome. And so this 5th printing, I wonder if it's for those who liked the lower print runs, I wonder if it's a lower print run or a higher print run than the original.
That's what I would say. It doesn't matter. It's really, you have to read it. It's an experience.
Yeah, it's more about reading it. Yeah. Also want to, it's like show and tell. That's what we do here. So it's Batman 100.
Oh, nice.
Super spectacular.
Yeah.
We got the origin of Two-Face. And we got, stories from Spectre and Black Canary and Dr. Midnight and Black Hawk.
Ooh, that's one of the very first 100 pages. Man. It's a 50 center. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Square bound beauty.
Yeah, square bound beauty.
Yeah.
You said it.
That looks pretty good shape too.
Yeah. I mean, Sean doesn't want the lower grade stuff. I could, you know me, I'm into the reader beaters, you guys.
Yeah,
There's
that
no
doesn't look
shame
too
in the
bad.
reader beaters. But some guys want their stuff nice and they collect it, and then
I get it.
he sells it, you know? So it's like, to me, at a really good price too. So I'll just start. I'm going to end here because we have 2 guys who are going to have to jump off in about an hour. And I'm going to give time to the guests here today. But what I'm going to also do is kind of shout out people in the chat in between your pauses. So try to forgive me if I screw that up. But first we'll go with Rod here.
Oh, all righty.
Dr. Silver Age.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'll show some stuff that I picked up. My son gave me a gift card for Christmas, back in Christmas, to a comic shop that's about an hour north of here, about where he lives in Portland, Maine. But he don't get up that way, at least not in the wintertime. So, but we finally got a day where we could all get together. He took us out, me and my wife, out to lunch, and right in the same little alcove is a comic store called Casablanca Comics. And so that's where he gave the gift card from. So I stopped in there, and I'll show you what I picked up.
Very cool, Rod. Awesome.
I'm sure that was not a coincidence, Rod.
I'm telling you, it's an Italian restaurant, right? So I could have pizza and comics. To me, that's heaven.
Yeah, you're in heaven, right?
Perfect combo, man. Come on.
So I picked up, to start off with, I picked up some of the facsimiles. I picked up the showcase facsimile with the first appearance of Green Lantern.
Very cool.
Silver Age Green Lantern.
Very cool.
So I do not have that and probably never will. So why not?
Oh, original ads too. Cool.
It sounds great.
Yeah,
Looks
it's
great.
very, very cool. They did a nice job on these. You know,
Melodoke, thanks for being in the house, bro.
So nothing wrong with
no. Nothing wrong with the facsimiles.
So that's the showcase one. Then I picked this one up because everybody knows I'm known for trying to collect all the Go-Go Checks books that DC put out back in 66, 67, and the early part of 68.
Interesting.
So this one here is one that I doubt I'll ever be able to afford. But hey, I'll take the facsimile instead. And we'll count it. This is Detective number 359. Wow. And it's the debut of Batgirl.
Oh, yeah. Barbara Gordon. Right. Very cool.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
No,
so the Great Legend Show. Thanks for being here, buddy.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, Rob. Yeah,
Graphic Man. Too, Graphic Man. He guys, Rod's going to be on Graphic Man's channel later.
Hey, my God. I love it. You got house ads in there and everything.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Great stuff. Plastic Man. Gotta love it. So.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, they do a great job on these facsimiles.
Yes. So, what kind of paper is that? Is that the glossy type or?
It's not quite glossy, really. It seems like it's a little thicker than newsprint. You know, it's definitely not newsprint, but it's not the slick gloss.
Yeah, good.
It's got a little bit of a feel to it. You can feel it.
Nice.
You know, so very cool indeed.
Piggy
and then
Pop.
I picked up. I'm sorry.
Piggy Pop in the house. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Got to give him the bell.
Yeah. Yep, you sure do.
I picked up this Marvel facsimile, Marvel Spotlight number 12 with Son of Satan.
Yep.
Nice.
First full Son of Satan. Yep.
Yeah. So I did not have that in the collection. So I said,
well, that's surprising.
Yeah.
Looking good.
And this paper here is a little more slick.
Mm.
Yeah, this is more of the slick stuff.
It still looks good, man. Look at that. Wow. Love those colors.
I mean, you really can't go wrong. So if you can't afford them, the originals, and most of the time I can't these days.
Right.
You know, why not? So,
what up, Jackson Roy Kirk? Thanks for being here.
hey, Jackson. And then I went and started digging through their long boxes of back issues. So I'll try to go through these fairly quickly here, so we don't burn up.
Take your time, Hot Rod.
Yeah,
We got Doctor Strange number 71, and you can probably all tell why I got that one.
I'm collecting Doctor Strange myself, and so is Metarog. I think he's close to completing that volume.
Yeah, the Bronze Age volume. Yeah.
I'm collecting this guy right here.
Oh yeah,
the Hulk stuff.
Get old J Jaws.
J Jaws, as you put it. Right. Love it. Love it.
And then I picked this up. This was relatively cheap, and it was in great shape, so I couldn't just leave it there. It's Walt Disney.
Yeah, looking good.
Number 233.
Kendall Kid, thank you for being here, buddy. Really appreciate you.
Kendall Kid, all right.
And I picked this up. This is from the Archie series, their version of The Shadow.
Oh, nice find.
Wow.
Yeah, nice find.
I didn't even know they did a Shadow series. That's cool.
Yeah.
I used to have the whole run, and then it's only like I think 7 or 8 or 9 issues, something like that.
Less than 10, I know that.
Yeah. But I gave them away. I gifted them away, and then it was like, oh, now I got to go back and get them. I forgot them for a while, and then I saw it, and I said, I got to get them again.
Almost every publisher has done a rendition of The Shadow, huh?
Yeah, I guess he's in public domain, so they just have to change the situation, but the name they can use.
Very cool.
And that's the first time I've seen him with like a superhero costume. That's for sure.
Mastodon Comics and Music. Thanks for being here, man.
Hey, Donnie.
Hey, Don. And I picked up this one here, Rip Hunter, Time Master, number 17.
Nice.
Very underrated series.
Yeah. And you still pick these up for relatively affordable prices too.
Wow.
You know, I mean, why not?
I love that.
Great DC series.
Wacky old Jackson Roy Kirk saying he knows me and CCC, but who are these other two guys? He's calling you guys old fossils. What's going on here?
He knows us well.
I know.
He knows us, yeah.
I know that.
Yeah. I picked up this too. This was an upgrade for me.
Beautiful.
Cool. So, Strange Hill 166. So, pick that up to upgrade. Then I picked up some of these here, the Weird Adventure. It's actually Adventure Comics, but they put the weird on there because the Spectre's in it.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
So I picked up a few of these.
And these were just you were just in the regular back issue bin there.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Nice.
This was number 434.
434.
That's a very good run. Very violent, but very good.
As 439.
Nice.
And I mean, I love this series. I love the Spectre. I love the Paro. You know, so you can't go wrong.
You've got the pop heads and everything, right?
Yeah. This is 440.
Very cool.
Have any of you guys seen the DC animated short they did about the Spectre?
No.
The cartoon they did, it was like a 20-minute cartoon. It's awesome. I'm like, oh man, give me like a half hour to an hour of that.
Oh well, we'll check that out.
I'll try to find it because I'm a Spectre fan too.
Oh yeah, I can't remember what animated movie it was attached to, but they did that. They attached a bunch of them to them. Yeah,
I'll look it up.
They did a great Jonah Hex one too.
Cool.
Then I picked up some demons. I needed some demons to help finish out. So
man.
Let's put that into context, bro.
Yeah, it just sounds funny.
Nice.
Here we go with number 5.
New tagline for Hot Rod.
Yeah.
Number 5. I had to pick that one up. Number 6.
Oh, I got that one, believe it or not.
Hey.
And number 12.
Cool. Those were in the dollar bins for the longest time, weren't they, guys?
Oh yeah. I remember when it used to be.
They were at some point, yeah.
Now everyone's like, oh,
long
okay,
ago.
Jack. Give me some
It's
Jack.
number 13.
Comic Mag Musings. Thank you for being here.
Hey, Bill. Here's number 14. And then I got one more, and we'll turn it back over to you.
$3
Okay.
for that? Man, that was a heck.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
I mean,
that's a good score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Roger, you got some amazing scores, I hear.
Well, yeah.
My
And-
goodness. Oh my God.
we
That
finished
was
it
good.
up with the last one there, the 16. So now all I need is the illustrious number 1, and I will
Oh.
finish that,
Nice.
put that to bed. So
What's up,
yeah.
Cupo Comics?
Nice, Rod.
Thanks for being here, buddy.
thank you so much for having me. It's
Thank you for showing those, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
man,
is
great stuff.
I'm kind of buzzing right now having a new guests on. I freaking love it. So, because for the sake of time, we're going to go right to Roger now, because he's got to get out too.
Oh, I
But
got
he's-
some. I got some time.
Oh, you got some time? We'll go
Got
to
some
Rob then.
You can go to
Okay.
Rob.
No, go to him and have him show more comics.
All right.
Okay, we're going to go to
Hey, whatever
we're
Rob
gonna go to
says,
Roger.
goes here, as far as I'm concerned.
Live
Well-
from the Meta Cave.
Right.
Right?
I am. I'm in the
Back
Medicaid.
home.
Yeah.
You're back home.
I'm back home. I just got it organized. It was a mess with all the stuff from Heroes Con, and I had some AOKs to go out. I had some things I had to get ready, so it was a mess. But now I got it in order, so
Nice.
it's presentable. So
all right, you got to come over and help me now.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll be there. I'll drive up from Jersey City. No problem. No problem. That X-Men one is where again?
Good one.
So last time, Easy showed these great Charltons. So I'm going to show some Charltons that, one of the publishers I think is very underrated.
Okay.
Back in the day, if you were a kid and you had Charlton, it was like, Charlton, really? Like, what, they didn't have any DCs, they didn't have any Archies,
That's how I was. Charlton. What?
But nowadays, I mean, everybody at the Heroes Con was like, oh, I'm looking for this Charlton. I'm looking for that Charlton. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So anyway. So
So
I've
true.
been
So
collecting
true.
these for decades, so I do have a pretty good collection of them.
Okay.
Ghost Manor.
Let's do this. Go
Here's
big.
number 4
Nice.
with that that sort of a host guy back there. This is by
That
Kim
looks
Tam
tight.
Ho.
That looks great.
And look at this one here. I love the way that they do these covers and they integrate the characters with the kind of allegorical spook, like
Yeah.
this one here. See how they're going into
that's
that
neat.
doorway,
Oh yeah.
but it's made up of the spook there.
You gotta love the red.
Yeah, that's
background.
awesome.
Yeah, the Devil's Cauldron.
Very nice.
I mean, if you're a kid, you're like, I want to get this, but my parents probably won't let me have it. That kind of thing.
Those Ghost Manners look great.
So that was 5. Here we have number 6.
Oh,
Kind of color pastiche here with that, somewhat foreboding looking castle up there.
What up, nothing?
Thanks,
Thank
Robert.
you for being here.
Hey, Nothing. And here we have kind of a little bit of a duality here: yellow on one side, red on the other, and then you have the lady sort of fleeing that way, and this guy looking for her, and there's a dead guy down there.
Yeah, and he's got the lantern, which
And
is
he's got the lantern. You're like,
Yeah.
oh.
that
Oh, well.
symbolizes a lot. Actually,
Yeah.
symbolizes a lot.
Here's Ghost Manor number 8.
Very cool.
Very thin bridge, and it looks like that guy's not going to make it.
Oh, you gotta love those pencils and those inks.
Yeah, this is Kim
Oh, that's
Tam Ho,
amazing.
South Korean artist, very underrated.
Oh yeah, that's one of your favorites,
One of
right?
my favorites.
Yeah.
There's number 9
Number 9.
with the rats down there. You dirty rat. Here we have number 10. Looks like there's a biker gang or something back there, and they're burning this lady at the stake.
Very,
She's
very cool.
She's not burning.
I am on Neophis. Thank you for being here.
Hey,
I
cool.
think you're new, and we really appreciate you watching.
Here's number 11 with this hunter out in the swamp.
Very cool.
And again, you have a lot of allegorical, images back there. Obviously, it's not
Yes.
part of the
Allegorical floating heads, but
Floating
they're all
heads,
kind of
there you go.
together. They're not,
There you go,
they're not
there you go.
separated floaty heads.
There you go. And here's number 12. Little Native American Indian love there.
Very
You
nice.
have this guy here with some kind of conquistador or something. I'm not sure what that he is there. I don't remember that story that much.
And you recently picked up originals art
Yes,
from
I
this
did.
artist.
Yes, I
Right.
did. I got original art from House of Yang. Yeah,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
it was like a steal and a half. But anyway,
Yeah.
I did a video on that, so I'm not going to mention that again.
Yeah.
Now here's another little host that they had after that eye patch guy. They had
Okay.
this Winnie the Witch.
Nice.
You know, to sort of appeal to us, you know,
Winnie the Witch.
Yeah.
us guys who like those type of ladies. Look at the ring. That kind of tells you something, right? When you have a skull brooch and a skull ring. Ronnie, don't bring her home to mama. You know? And here's Rod. Rod, you know, Rod said he wanted some demons. Well, this is how you get them right here. You just conjure them out of a wand.
Oh, there you go.
There you go, dude.
There you go. That's how you do it, Rod, right there. You know, don't worry. Winnie's there for you, though, Rod. Don't you worry.
All right. You better save me.
or at least she'll get, you know, she'll have a little drink with you. Let's put it that way. And here is Ghost Manor 17. The Last Command.
Good.
Somewhat foreboding, isn't it? The Last Command.
I like how she's looking back towards us, though.
Yeah, she's like, hey, because she's talking to you. She says, I just dig ocean cruises. You meet the nicest ghosts. Yes, ghosts. Don't play on words there. So,
Very cool.
So that was the first volume of Ghost Manor that later became another title, and they rebooted Ghost Manor with another.
So that was
host.
That was the complete Ghost Manor?
No, I'm missing about 3 or 4 of them, unfortunately.
Oh, wow.
But I'll get there.
Wow, you'll get them.
I'll get there. So they rebooted it with this guy, this guy here, Mr. Bones. You know, enter Ghost Manor, visit Ghost Manor if you dare. And I don't know, but I thought Winnie the Witch was a much better host than this guy. It looks like some butler that was like jaundiced, you know.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, and here we got some Ditko love on number 6, The Lonely Dead. A really good story, actually.
Cool.
The Lonely Dead. Yeah, there's not a lot of social occasions for the dead, I guess. So,
yeah, I don't know how much company they have.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe there's up in heaven, but down there not so much. Here we have another. I think this is another Ditko, and notice what this guy here with the torch is saying. The sniveling coward is terrified by me. Nice. Looks like he's out to get you, dude.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be insulting this guy if I were you.
Those are definitely fun to have, man.
These are fun comics to have. Here's number 7. I like this one because it's got all the classic monsters on here. You got like a vampire, a mummy, a werewolf, a skeletal guy, and some kind of zombie back there. So monsters ride at night.
Cool.
Yeah. And then, of course, you have way back there. I think that's another Charlton character. I forget what it's called, the Green Man or something like that.
Excellent.
I forgot. And we'll end with these, and then I'll pass it on. A nice purple cover here. Tonight, I'll dream you. I don't know, but I wouldn't want to dream that thing, whatever that is, with the 4 arms and.
Tonight I'll nightmare you.
Yeah, I was going to say I'd nightmare you. And we'll finally hear. This is a Ditko cover, and I like the way that it's kind of sectioned off here in 3 sections. You have this little vignette up here of this lady shooting this guy. You have kind of a gothic up there, and then you have this really mysterious, kind of green wispy scene down here.
Yeah,
excellent.
Ditko did a lot of really, kind of cutting edge stuff that he doesn't get credit for Charlton, and this is part of it.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool indeed.
Cool. Fourth one.
Those are awesome.
They're called 411.
Thank you. Love them. Go on to the next guy.
Very cool.
Okay, so yeah, very cool, you guys. Eric Breen says the death of Captain Marvel was one time Jim Shooter loosened continuity because he didn't want to detract from the story.
Eric knows a lot about that era, so I believe him.
Okay, cool.
He is the professor.
He is.
Graphic Man saying, enjoy the Death of Captain America book. Love that scroll representation that paid his respects. Thank you very much, buddy. Yeah, we'll do that. That's Marvel GN #1, isn't it? Kind of why Marvel started the graphic novel line.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, dude. And thank you. I'm crushing it out of the gates according to Higgy Pop.
Hey,
Right on. So I just wanted to do a little segue into those our little chat here. And we got Manny the Hobgoblin Collector saying hi to everyone. Thank you very much
Manuel?
for being here.
Hey,
buddy.
Manny.
And now we got
Why am I still here?
You're still here on the day before the
Why am I
4th
still
of
here?
July.
Put
Psychedelic
on one of these
Comics.
other more attractive gentlemen. Come on.
I don't know about that.
There we
Hey,
go.
who's this one?
Rob's handsome.
There we
take it
go.
away, Rob. Thank you for being here, Psychedelic Comics.
So I wanted to come on last week so bad, and I couldn't.
You were celebrating
Because I
your
had
mom's.
gotten this, and I wanted
Oh,
to show.
wow.
Ooh.
Very nice.
And of course they have the back without the logo and stuff. But
Yeah, Virgin has stuff.
Excellent, man.
but this is one of the flat rate boxes that I got off of Whatnot.
Oh,
And,
mackerel.
Wow.
Claim,
I did-
claim.
I did pay up a little bit for this box because this was in it, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, good find, good find.
Yeah, man, you do find some good stuff, Rob.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And there was a few other ones in that box too that I'm gonna keep without putting them up in the sale. There was, I'm not sure what number this is, but it's because it's got the Whitman variant on it, but it's Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yeah, it probably came in a 3-pack, so they didn't really need the number.
Now,
on it.
does anyone care about having the Whitman variants, or is it a thing now? People like it, you know? Things
Some
always
people
change.
seem to think it's special. I don't really care one way or the
Before
other.
people didn't like them, right?
Yeah,
That was-
it used to be that people
Yeah.
didn't want it because it didn't have the number, and it was
Yeah.
like
Well, it used
not
to be
the original. But
it used to be people thought they were reprints and not,
Mhm.
but that's kind of been misproven, I guess. Or
True,
something.
it's
Yeah.
more like a direct edition at
But,
that point. Yeah,
Yeah, the Brave and the Bold is a Whitman variant too. I didn't realize that, but
cool.
Nice.
so those are cool. Got a old Detective 12 center number 366 that was in there.
Oh, excellent.
Can't complain about that.
No.
So what was,
Nothing wrong
what
with
was
that.
the average? I missed the average that you paid on this box.
Oh, that's because I didn't tell you.
Oh, okay. Maybe I shouldn't ask.
It was 94 cents.
94 cents. My
94
goodness.
cents. Wow.
It's
What
for
the
the box. I mean, there's a bunch of modern stuff in there that I'm not showing, but
Yeah.
there's Action Comics 408 was in there. It's a little rough, but
Wow.
can't complain.
Nice, though.
And then there was Dino number 8 was in there as well.
Hey,
Oh, nice.
those Charltons are not easy to find. Those Flintstones, Betty and Barney, all those are really tough to find. The later ones,
Yep. Yep, I'm grabbing them when I can.
Eric K, thanks for being here, buddy.
And then
Eric, yeah, we
Eric.
met you.
I was just going through Whatnot.
Great
I
guy.
found a channel that was throwing Savage Sword of Conan's in a box.
Mhm.
Wow.
So these are the original magazines.
Yep. So this is
Huh?
183, and these are a little more beat up than the ones that I have for sale. But I'm gonna, since I'm selling the other ones, I'm gonna keep these and start building my collection as well.
Nice.
But I actually got these for $1.12 a piece,
Very
Holy
cool.
mackerel.
including the shipping, and that's just insane to me. So,
Yeah.
Nice grab.
Jacob, thanks for being here, buddy. Jacob.
and the guy acted like I was doing him a favor by taking them. I don't.
Yeah, they still don't. Savage Sword is starting to get on the radar again, but it's still under the radar with a
Yeah.
lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of some people just I mean, there weren't that many people in this guy's room that was selling it, and he was just happy to get rid of them. So
Wow. Very nice.
Iggy Pop says, "Great Shadow Rod." I have 2 from that series.
Mm,
Nice, Iggy.
cool, baby.
yeah, that's
none.
cool.
Yeah, looking
That looks
good.
like
Jay.
Iggy Pop.
Jeez, that guy is ripped.
Higgy's gonna love that.
That guy looks like Higgy.
That's what I said.
That's his physique. I've seen it up close. Trust me.
I don't know if anyone ever asked Higgy. I might have. Who does he like better, Hawkman or
There he is
Conan?
again. It's Iggy Pop. Look at those arms. They're just like Iggy's arms.
They're like steel cables, Ron.
There you go.
Steel. When he shakes your hand, it's almost like a pulp coming out of there.
Eric
Man,
K
yeah.
saying he's partial to the DC's first Shadow run in the 1970s.
Yeah, that Kaluta run is really good.
Yeah.
Graphic Man saying, "Hey, come on over to us tonight, Roger."
Yeah, I can't. I have to go out and do some errands for tomorrow, but maybe I'll catch it at the end, Micah.
Definitely,
I catch
definitely
that at the
check Graphic Man's show. Everyone
Oh,
here
yeah,
probably knows about
definitely.
it already, but I didn't know when I started this show. I didn't know his show was close like that.
And they had some great covers.
Look at that.
Yeah, the covers are outstanding.
Wow.
Just outstanding.
Oops. Yep. So, how many of these do you have now, Rob?
However many this is.
No, I thought.
No, plus a couple others because I kept
Yeah.
like the number one
Yeah.
that I had gotten.
Oh, you sold a lot. That's right. Okay, I thought
Yeah,
you had a lot.
Oh yeah, I got a ton of them still sitting here. I got like the magazine style box. I have like 1.5. I've sold about a half a box so far. So
DJ
there's 2 or
Wise.
3 people who are they get maybe 2 to 5 a week, and they're just slowly going through
Yeah.
the list. I think the lowest number I have right now is like in the 40s somewhere because I've gotten all the early ones. So
Okay.
Very cool.
but yeah, those are. I mean, I just can't believe I got those for $1.12. That's ridiculous. There's 18 of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
They weren't going that cheap at Heroes Con, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I mean, the ones I am selling, I'm charging $10 for because they're really nice, super nice condition. But
Yeah, about 5 is what they were going on at Heroes Con about.
yeah, that's what I'm seeing for like kind of worn up.
Just
worn ones, just average copies. Yeah.
Chop and Drop. Thanks for being here, buddy. Really appreciate
Hey, Daniel.
Hey.
it. Okay, so
All right.
I
Your
guess
turn, Aaron.
it's back to me.
Yeah.
I wish one of you guys could see the chat here, but unless I go back to Rod here really quick.
Well, I can see the chat. What do you want me to do?
Oh, you could do this.
Oh, Will says he's backstage, by the way, on the private chat.
He is. Oh, sorry about that, Will. Oh, okay. You know what happened, Will? Sorry about that, bro.
Hey, Will.
We're gonna have Will take it away. All right,
Yeah.
There he be.
Will, you were on the bottom. I couldn't.
I heard him
see
like
you on the screen,
banging on the
man.
door there.
I'm like,
This guy Will.
I'm stuck.
He's in limbo.
Yeah, man, you were underneath. I couldn't see you, so sorry about that, buddy.
It's all right. I always go last anyway.
Everyone, this is Cutbo Comics. He went to HeroCon as well, and my number one, very first YT friend. So here we go. And it's actually New Comic Book Day, isn't it?
It is. So I brought the new comics for today.
Okay, cool, buddy.
Maybe one day I'll fill these with some Silver Age, but for today you get new stuff.
Okay.
All right. So let's see, what do we got? We got a big stack today, so I'm going to try to keep it quick. Maybe we'll do
Okay,
half
buddy.
for everybody else. But we got Gunslinger Spawn. So Todd McFarlane actually wrote this issue. It's cardstock. It's on cardstock, and it's only $2.99.
Wow. Very cool.
Nice.
But this is actually a really good one. This is the Gunslinger Spawn, and he's a man out of time. So he's been pulled into the future. He doesn't know a lot. He doesn't know how to read. Knows how to ride horses. Thinks a motorcycle is a metal horse.
Yeah.
You know, somebody says the cops are coming. He's like, "What are those, sheriffs?" You know, like he doesn't know. He doesn't know what's going on. But he's managed to bring into his debacle this lady Linda, who's the housekeeper at the motel he's working at, and so
Some
the whole
good
plan
art.
for this. What's up?
Some good art there.
There is some very good art. The whole plan, the whole purpose of this book, or premise of the book, is that the gunslinger's been brought forward in time and a bunch of bad guys killed his sister. They are pretty much immortal. They're demons. And so even in the future, he's setting out to find them and, get revenge for the demons that killed his sister. Also, if you've been reading Spawn, all the Hellspawn and angels lost their powers. So he's pretty much a gunslinger in modern times without all the powers.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's
Next
working out.
up, we got Miles Morales, Spider-Man 22. I actually got to read this one today. So that's a fun one. But Miles has been bit.
Greetings, strange dog comic stuff.
Cool name.
Very cool.
Name. I like it.
Cool name, dude.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Strange dog comic stuff.
But let's take a look at the interiors in here.
Ooh, is that the Red Goblin or what?
Wow.
No, that's actually a vampire, an old vampire lord called Reimer,
Oh.
who's been freed during this whole blood hunt event. He got freed one issue earlier, and spoiler alert, he's put back in his cage by the end of this issue. So,
So you've read some of these already. I mean, to the end, right?
yeah, I got about 4 comics in before the show started. So,
Wow.
but this book is actually cool because we're getting a lot of big panel art on here. So
Yeah.
a lot of splash pages in this
Lots of
one.
splashy.
Yeah, which is
John's-
fun.
John's Comics with Kids. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate you.
Hey, John. So the whole purpose of this, though, is to, I think, set in motion Bree, who's Blade's daughter, and to bring in Dracula into the fold for Blood Hunt. Dracula's been hanging around, but he's really going to get, I guess, his chance to shine. Basically, another vampire lord who's not Dracula has decided to take over the earth, and I don't think Dracula's having anything to do with that.
Doesn't like to share. No.
No.
Hmm.
So he's like, I think Miles says something along the lines of, now you care about, humans. And he's like, yeah, well, not my plan to take over the world. So yes, now I care, So, all right. This is actually a good one. This is kind of, it's set in present times, but it's about a superhero team that was, it kind of harkens back to the Image comics of the 90s when they had all those covert op teams and stuff like that. This is called Local Man. So basically this guy gets exiled from being in his superhero team, gets sent back to his old, his run-of-the-mill town, with the population of like 2,000. And, he's told, no superheroing for the rest of your life. So how's he get around that? He throws on a ski mask and kind of just solves crimes in his town, or basically the big corporation though came to his town and set up shop there, and there's lots of evil creatures hanging around and old superheroes coming back for revenge, and they managed to work former Vice President Dan Quayle into the book. Dan Quayle with the Secret Service.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's definitely random.
That's very random.
It's pretty
Matthew
random.
Morgan, thanks for being here.
So it's a pretty fun book. And here you got a dog absorbing a demon. So it's a pretty wacky book. You got Tim Seeley on here, who did a lot of the 90s Image stuff, and Tony Fleeks, who's done a lot of recent stuff. So
I read some Tim Seeley Green Lantern work, which I thought was written pretty good.
yeah, he's a good writer / artist. I have a funny story about Tim Seeley because I met him at a Comic-Con.
Okay.
And I'm guessing that DC paid him to like sit at a table and do like, little 4x6 art pieces. So you come up and you're like, what do you want? And Mirka Andolfo was also there. So Mirka, it was like the 20th anniversary, I think, of Harley Quinn or something like that. So I told Merc, I was like, do me a Harley. It does a beautiful Harley. It's not even a head sketch, you know. It's got a little body work to it. Pretty awesome. Free too. I was like, awesome. I go over to Tim Seeley and I'm like, hey, can I get a Batman? And it was like the worst Batman I've ever had.
Oh yeah.
It was like I could have drawn. He just seemed so disinterested in being there. So, but
yeah, he's not Tim Seeley, not really known, you know, more for a writer. I know he likes to sketch and draw, you know.
Yeah. So he wasn't feeling it. We have Sam and Twitch Case Files. This is issue number 4. It's interesting because of the way they write the book. There's really no word bubbles. There's just a lot of, it's like third person, you know, what are my thoughts? Every once in a while, there's like a squiggly line that goes towards the character to kind of indicate, but there's no word bubbles. So it's the artwork is interesting, but it just kind of takes you out of reading it.
So wasn't that great? Southern Comic Geek, hello.
Yep, Jason. Met him at Heroes Con too.
Cool.
Yeah, I met Will as well.
Yeah, Will and you were talking. And
yeah, we hung out for a little bit.
We did.
Saw the photo.
Oh, the evidence was there.
Yeah.
Like you guys had a really nice time.
Oh, great time.
It was amazing. It was a really fun time. It was great. Yeah, so this book is a little bit more on the detective side. It does happen in the Spawn universe. For those of you who don't know who Sam and Twitch are, they're detectives who were kind of around at the same time as Spawn. Right. If you read the original volume, they appear a lot in the earlier issues, and also they appear on the animated series that was on HBO, which was actually really cool.
Cool.
DC Connect came in this week, so if you just want to peruse what books are out in shops, this book kind of shows you what's coming out in the future. So if you have a favorite character, you can kind of flip to them. And sometimes this book does have, sometimes it has some artwork in here. So this is for Hispanic Heritage Month. They show you some of the covers that'll come out on the back.
Oh, nice. Magnifico.
Yeah, so, and then let's see if they have anything inside. Yeah, they tell you when Batman Day is coming, so don't forget that. 85th anniversary. It's sometime in September. All right, so right after the summer.
Scotty says no one met him. Now, was Scotty at this?
He wasn't at the con. He lives in North Carolina.
Okay. I was trying to figure that one out. Jackson Roy Kirk is accusing Roger of hobnobbing with all the cool dudes during.
Well, that's not an accusation. That is fact.
That's true. I guess
I hobnob with all the cool guys. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Oh man, are they saying I'm cool? Thanks.
Yeah, you are cool, dude.
I tried to search out as many people as I could. So
yeah, it was hard to meet. There were people who went who I had no idea went. And I was like,
me either. Yeah.
Hey.
It was a big con.
This is Scarlet. You may, if you're a G.I. Joe fan, you may recognize this. You also got Storm Shadow on the cover. This was considered the secret variant. It's also cover B, but they just did. What I'm thinking happened was they didn't have the final art released. So when you ordered this, it said secret variant. I think what they meant was we don't have the cover art, so you can't blame it.
It's a secret to you because we don't know what it is.
It's a surprise.
Yeah, surprise variant would be better. Yeah, right.
Good deduction. Yeah.
So when it came in, though, I was very happy to see that it was Scarlet and Storm Shadow on the cover. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, it's cool. They're taking a little different approach with G.I. Joe, right? So the G.I. Joe proper book hasn't come out yet from Image.
No, it hasn't.
So they're doing all these individual comics. So you had like Destro, you've got Scarlet, you've had Cobra Commander, and you've had Duke so far. And Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes are the next ones to come out. And then you'll have the G.I. Joe book come out.
Okay. I like that they did that. Will, it seemed like you didn't like that at first, but I kind of think it's cool,
I kind of didn't, but it's grown on me. It's grown. It's like that mole that you get checked out that you find out isn't cancerous, and you're like, I can live with it. That's kind of You know what happened.
Mastodon Comics and Music is like he fanboyed a little bit when he saw Roger.
Oh man.
What's happening, Roger? You're becoming super popular.
Ah, no way, man. Donnie was. I
Roger-
couldn't wait to meet Donnie. He's such a cool.
Donnie seems like a great guy.
Oh man.
Roger's a rock star.
I think I hugged a couple pounds out of him. You know.
Very nice.
Oh, man. But it's cool. So they've been taking a different approach with these characters. Storm Shadow at this time, guys, is kind of on the good guy side. So, we'll see how that plays out. Also, if you've been reading the comic, you'll find out that Baroness right now is Joe, and so there's some players on sides that they weren't on in with the 80s and 90s cartoons, so in comics.
Okay.
So there's a lot of interesting stuff. But in this one, Scarlet is looking for her friend Jinx. Jinx was also in the animated series and then the toy and then was in the comics. But she's ended up with like this ninja society that Storm Shadow's part of. And Scarlet's trying to infiltrate it to get in there just to make sure her friend's all right. And now she's been sent on a mission against the Yakuza. So,
Will, do you think Scarlet is the weakest one to date of these? This is what Alberto Suave. Hey, Alberto, thanks for being here. Buddy.
Hola, Beto.
So, I thought that originally when I read the first one, but after reading the first issue of Destro and reading Scarlet, I'm inclined to think that Scarlet isn't one of the top ones, but also not the weakest one. I put it in the bottom 3, but I don't think it's the weakest one at the moment. And actually, I've started. It's like this one is actually after reading the second issue of Scarlet, it's actually grown on me more. I wasn't like super in love with the art at first than some of the writing, but with the second issue, setting it up, Scarlet's like a real badass character, honestly. Kind of in the same vein as like the Black Widow,
Yeah,
that espionage, kick butt spy type person. So
it seems like all of these characters are getting an upgrade. Most of the upgrade is pretty awesome, and no one's been complaining so far, to my knowledge. Yeah. Will, that sounds like one of the albums we reviewed on my show. I missed the reference.
So I think that might be a good place to stop, right? If we're gonna go to
these guys. I want to get back to Rod.
Before we move on, though, I've been doing one Papa show, and for 4th of July, we're going to do Captain America, the Falcon, Winter Soldier. So
very nice,
very cool.
We'll do that pop for today. All right,
excellent.
Back to you.
Hey, Dr. Silver Age, you want to jump in?
All right, I'll do a lightning round. How's that?
Because you're only here for about and Roger are only here for like 10 minutes or 12 minutes or something.
I got about 20. I can stay.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's see what we got here. Oh, all right. These are some more of today's new comics that came out that I picked up. Justice Society number 10. Love anything with the Justice Society in there.
Yeah, Jeff Johns is leaving that soon, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were still doing Justice Society. That's
yeah, it's pretty good actually. From what I've read, I read about half of it so far. It's based on the Huntress, which is a newer Huntress, Bruce Wayne's daughter from the future. She comes in. It actually is pretty good. So I haven't read it all because it's been coming out it's taken a while for each issue to come out.
And then I picked this one up. I forgot where I saw this. I saw it on somebody's channel and they talked about it and it looked interesting to me. Kurt Busiek is the writer on it, and I loved his Astro City, and this one here. Yeah,
I'm currently reading Astro City.
So this is called Free Agents.
Cool.
And it's got a wraparound cover.
Ooh.
So I says, I like this Astro City. Let's see what else he's doing.
Yeah.
So
great writer. Marvels too. He did a lot of stuff, man. He's been around forever.
So I'm gonna give this a shot and see what it's about.
Yeah.
So, what's the splash?
Latoya Williams, thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. You're new, so it's awesome.
Yeah, great to have some new blood in here.
Yeah.
And let's see, I picked up 104, Absolute Power by DC.
Okay, that's the start of Amanda Williams taking
Right.
over here, or
So-
taking out some heroes or something.
And it's got a big cross wraparound. So, and inside,
Mark Wade wrote that, right, Will?
very nice.
Yeah, Will showed this book. I remember.
And then this was the one I was waiting for to come out because everybody knows I love this. This is number 3 of Space
Yes,
Gold.
I want to read this, man.
Yes.
I'm missing these issues as they're coming out. I hear it's actually really good.
Oh.
Wow,
So far, it's good. It's a little darker and grittier.
Unfortunately, right?
Right now, but I think that they did that intentionally. They started out that way intentionally because they're going to end up with making him the character that we know from Saturday morning cartoons.
I'd like to see that journey.
I'm hoping that's what they're gonna do.
Well,
So-
remember he was the host of that talk show. That's what came to mind when I laughed.
I know I gotta admit I could never watch that show. I couldn't because it was just like, what did they do to my Space Ghost?
Yeah, I get it. I thought that was hilarious. Wow, look at that art, looking good.
Yeah, that's. Ooh.
So I was real psyched to see this on the stand. And man, look at all the different covers they got for this.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Dynamite does.
They can make
Yeah.
a whole comic out of just the covers.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm like crazy.
That's how they compete. They just inundate with alternate covers.
So yeah, I mean it's great. That's a Spider Woman. I think she was actually in the cartoons.
Yeah,
She
she
was-
was in the series. Yeah.
Yeah, she was one of the Council of Doom.
I wonder how those old cartoons hold up. Rod, have you watched them recently? Or
Yeah, to me, I love them.
that's great. Yeah,
They
I
will
should
never
check them
change.
out.
To me, it's just like, hey, they weren't afraid to blow up the bad guy's ship.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, there you
Oh,
go.
the bad guy was
Fine,
in
there it
the wrong.
goes.
Get
That's
right to
it.
the point. Yeah.
That's it. Good wins. And then I picked up these Convergence. I'm trying to get all these Convergence titles.
Cool.
And there's a million of them.
Yeah.
There's a million of them.
There
I
are a
swear
lot.
they're multiplying.
Yeah.
So there's number 1. Here's number 2. So I had to pick those up, the Hawkman ones. Then I picked up the Justice League one with number 1. It's cool. It's got Captain Atom and Blue Beetle right there. Love it.
Wow.
Oh,
Looking good.
And then here's number 2 of that series, that little short thing. Then I picked up this right here. Whoops, don't you go anywhere. Don't be falling down. Atlas Seaboard, number 2 of Planet of the Vampires.
Love
Wow.
it. Love it.
I've got
Yeah.
some of those.
Yep. Neil Adams did the inks on that, I think.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
I think
That's
yeah.
actually one of the better titles. Planet of the
Yeah,
Vampires.
Roger, you have all those. You collected.
Yeah, yeah, I've read them.
Yeah.
Oh, love them, love them.
I'm making inroads. I'm making inroads there.
All right, good, good. They're still affordable mostly. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are actually.
Yeah.
You're right. Then I picked up this one right here, number 1 of Man Bat.
Oh, I have that one too. Awesome.
So I'll
I think there are
probably
only
try
2
and-
issues, 1 and 2, and that's it.
And
So-
who did that? Who did that one? Was that Ditko? That would no. That was
No.
someone.
You want to see? Let's see.
Yeah, I want to see.
Let's open it up and let's find out. If I
So
can-
the carddeal.com had a big question about grading, but I think it got answered.
Okay.
For me, I'm not
Yeah.
a professional comic book grader. Who is it?
Ditko.
It was
Ditko.
Ditko. Yeah, I got it.
Good eyes.
Wow.
Good memory.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's surprising. That's very surprising. I wouldn't have put him with Man Bat.
Oh, I got one
Yeah,
over
good
you,
morning.
Roger.
Well, yeah, yeah, you know, it's the old memory doesn't work as well as it did a
Oh,
couple
Roger,
years
you
ago
freaking
there.
read more. You forgot more than I read.
Oh, I've
probably.
forgotten a lot. That's for sure. You're right there.
Yeah, you can tell.
Oh, but you guys have read a lot. I mean, I admire your knowledge.
Just good, cool stuff.
Yeah.
So, Bronze Age beauties.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Rod.
And then I picked up Marvel Spotlight number 15 with more Son of Satan.
Nice. I want all of those too.
More demons there that Rod's conjured up.
That's it. Where's that spooky chick there? Get her over here.
Yeah, I'll send it right over, man.
And then I found this one. It's a Charlton. I don't know what number it is because Charlton was so good at putting numbers on the cover. This is it says on the tag, it says 1959 Outer Space.
Oh, beautiful. I want that. I collect flying saucers now from like 50s and 60s and stuff like that. Hey,
Yeah,
Maranya saying hi to you, Rod.
Hey, Maranya.
Yeah,
Maranya.
awesome.
Lady M.
Cool find.
She's
there,
awesome.
yeah.
So yeah, I picked that one up. So there we go. How's that for a lightning round?
Wow, that was freaking great, Rod.
Fabulous.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys inviting me and having me on too. And,
Yeah.
I look forward to doing it again.
Yeah, so you're taking off here, and if you guys want, check them out on Graphic Man's channel. There's always a little overlap with our shows. Maybe someday we'll fix that, but yeah, love that you're here, Rod.
Thank you so much, and we'll catch you guys on the other side.
Okay,
Take care, Rod.
Bye, Rod.
See you on
See
your
you
show
Saturday.
Saturday.
Take care, everybody.
Okay, Roger, I got you up next here.
I'm
buddy.
up next. All right, just replying
Okay.
to a chat
Easy.
there. God
Yeah.
Tank came in, who's a buddy of mine for a long time. All right, so let's go back to Charlton and one of my very favorite titles and hosts here. So let's go with the appropriately named Scary Tale.
Oh, sure.
And
Great
the
cover.
hostess. Anybody know what the name of the hostess is? This lady here.
No.
She is none other than Countess von Blood. Oh, I want to suck your blood.
Really?
She is a vampire, but she was a victim of a vampire, and then she got her revenge on the guy who turned her into a vampire.
Wow.
This is a Joe Staton cover. Sorry about the wrinkly bag, but
That's
I met
cool.
Joe Staton at Heroes Con. He's
Oh,
got to
yeah.
be in his 80s, mid to late 80s.
Wow. Still kicking.
Yeah, I talked to him for a bit. He's sharp as a tack, let me tell you.
Excellent.
But it was a thrill. I've wanted to meet him for decades, and I finally got to meet him a couple weeks ago.
God Tank. Thanks for being
hang on.
here.
Greetings, programs.
Excellent.
Loves Tron, obviously.
Yeah.
So here we have Scary Tales number 2. Great cover. This was sent to me by Unruly Simeon.
With what?
Look at that skull back there.
Nice.
I did a
I
voiceover
love
for
that.
this story over at Gray Man's channel, and that was a lot of fun.
Jackson Roy Kirk isn't so impressed with your Charltons. I don't know.
Well, Jackson, if you're not impressed with my Charltons, you can send me all of yours. Yeah. I've had to deal with these jokers for decades.
I know. I love
many
Jackson
years,
Roy
so I
Kirk,
already
yeah.
have the responses in the back of my head for these.
No, you got it, man. That was
Yeah.
a good response.
So 3 and 4 are probably in New Jersey because I'm preparing for Cover Slingers. So I don't, but I do
Excellent.
have them.
Great show.
Yeah, love the show, man. It's so much fun.
Great man.
Here we have a little Ditko action.
Yes.
Look at this guy coming out of the mirror. Looks like his feet didn't make it.
I love covers with mirrors and people coming out of mirrors. And
Well,
stuff.
yeah, you figure it's a mirror, but you don't actually see the mirror. But anyway.
Right.
And here's kind of a sci-fi one here with bats. Kind of a. Is that a flying saucer there, Aaron? I'm not sure. It's a lander.
It's a flying machine, but I don't think it's a saucer.
Not saucer.
Hey,
But,
Mastodon has a question for you, Roger. He says,
Yes.
"Did you
What's
know
up,
that?
Donnie?
Joe Stanton got his job with Charlton while he was on his honeymoon.
I did not know that, Johnny. I did not know
Little
that.
411 for you.
I did not know that. But, you know, he was just a joy of a man to talk to over there. I got a couple signatures on my E-mans. I mean, I was like, you know, aghast just to meet him, honestly. But anyway, that's just the nerd in me. You know, can't take it out. So here's number 7 with this Yeti sort of character and
Cool.
lady in distress. And apparently there's a sale going on.
The Yeti sale.
This might have been one of those, you know, issues like on Black Friday, you know, where people get out of hand. So anyway, here we have Scary Tales number 8. Bobo, where are you? It is I, Katrina. Bobo. I don't think that's Bobo.
That's a scary cover, actually, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And this, I bet, is a Tom Sutton cover because his covers are really like just bizarrely scary. And here we have Scary Tales number 9. And you have that really creepy looking tongue coming out of that creature.
Yep. And it's number 9.
Number 9, yes.
Number 9.
Just look at that. I mean, just anyway. And here's what somewhat subdued one, but you got to sort of put the picture together, right?
Okay.
Here we have number 10, and you have this, you know, long dark staircase coming down.
Very cool.
And then at the end of it is a very desiccated skeleton there.
Very cool.
So
man.
You got to figure that when they make it down, they're not making it back up. Let's put it that way.
Man, I am sold on these older bronze and stuff, man. It's just crazy good.
Aaron, I just love these things to death, and the stories. You know, they're just like kooky and corny, but I love them. You know.
Yeah.
This is a Ditko cover, not one of his best work here, I don't believe. Number 11 with these. I don't know, what are these satyrs? I guess of weird looking things. I don't know.
Centaurs.
Oh
Centaurs.
yeah, centaurs. Yeah, that's right. Satyrs are the with the horns and all that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And here's I'm a
nerd. I'm a nerd too, Roger.
Yeah, we all are. We wouldn't be here. Okay?
Yeah, we wouldn't be here if we weren't nerds, right?
So here's the very lovely Countess von Blood, full figure Joe Staten cover, right there.
Is that blood with a U? Is that
with the yes, BLUDD, I believe. Yes. And obviously she gets a lot of victims very easily with that.
Yeah, not too hard, right? Yeah. Jackson Roy Kirk is clarifying here. He is envious, and you know it, of your collection.
Listen, Jackson, he's my buddy. We've known each other for a long time. I
didn't give him his proper introduction with the Jackson Roy Kirk.
The Jackson Roy Kirk. Yes,
you gotta do that.
You have that determiner there for sure.
Yeah.
Here's a very kind of weird cover, orange. Monotone kind of cover, and back there you have what I'm assuming is the victim, and there is the little werewolf in the foreground here.
It's so cool, you know, before the era of computerized, you know.
Yeah, this is all, you know, done on the, you know, on your drawing board.
Yeah.
Here's some more Ditko goodness.
Great colors.
Yes, believe it or not, Charlton's that's one of the few things they had in the production is the colors, because. Let me show you the insides here.
Okay.
You'll see what I'm talking about.
All right.
Because their production was honestly atrocious. Okay. look at this down here. It looks like a knife, like a serrated edge.
I can't see it.
It's like very bottom.
See that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that's
I see that. Yeah.
I have one where the I don't know which one it is. It goes like this. It's like a diagonal.
Oh, that's horrible.
You know, you don't even see the indicia.
So I think Alan Moore accused that company of being a shell company for something else. Or something in one of his interviews. But that's Alan Moore. I'm not saying that.
I don't know if they were shell companies, but supposedly they used the printing press that they did the comics was actually done for cereal boxes, and thus that's why they have the serrated edge, because you're supposed to fold them in, and that didn't matter. But I don't know if that's true though.
That's interesting. I worked for a 4-color process label company, but I don't. It's a little different.
This was back in the 70s, you know. So Here's number 15. Just a guy kind of reading a book, but you have all these.
He's got a little company behind him.
Yeah, a little manifestation. Look what he's reading here. He's reading Scary Tales.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell us a story.
What a coincidence.
This book, I feel a strange power when I touch it. I feel like I could conquer the world with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I do that all the time when I'm reading. I do this.
Yeah.
It's kind of declarations,
Drive your wife nuts.
No, yeah, that's why she leaves the house when I start reading comics. Forget it. Here's another. This actually retells the story of how she became a vampire.
Oh, cool.
See that
I
guy
want
back
these
there?
strange.
Yeah.
Wow.
Finding her.
Yes, I want these strange tales.
Well, good luck finding them. It took me years to put this set together. This is a really weird one. Like these characters all coming out of a television, I think.
Nice.
Kind of a weird. I'm not sure who did the art on this, but it's kind of just bizarre.
Being here.
Hey,
really
amateur
cool.
player. All right. This is one of my very favorites. Scary Tales number 19. This is a story called The Promise.
Okay.
Which I read. This is a very unique comic. It's half in English, half in Korean.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it's a complete story in English and a complete story in Korean.
Wow.
And I did a reading with this with my buddy Naman, who's actually healing up now in a rehab center. As he's getting better. He had an episode like a mild stroke.
Naman did?
Yeah, but he's getting better. I talked to him yesterday. He's recovering.
Did it happen yesterday?
No. It happened Saturday.
Oh my gosh. Blessings and thoughts out to Naman.
Yeah,
I've been so busy. I'm behind on my videos and stuff, man. Oh,
no worry. I put it on Instagram, but I'm going to do another post because I talked to him yesterday and he seems a lot better.
Oh,
when I talked to him the first time, he was not very coherent.
Wow.
So he's a lot better, and he wanted to say to everybody that thank you for the people who have written me on Instagram and all that. So
wow, God bless Naman, man. I love that guy.
Yeah, me too. Love him to death. And here's Scary Tales number 20. Look at that. Look at that.
That is awesome.
That's Joe Staten right there. Yeah. Look at
one of the guys that should have more acclaim in your opinion.
He should have more acclaim. Yeah. Should have more acclaim. All right. Last one, and then I'm going to get out of here, guys. And I got some work I got to do and some things I got to pick up for tomorrow.
Mastodon says that Alan Moore said all kinds of weird stuff. That old.
Yeah. Alan Moore is everything he says. You got to kind of take with a grain of salt.
Yeah, he does. Half of what he says is just entertainment. I think.
We put it that way. He's very hyperbolic.
Hyperbolic.
Yeah. Just out there.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Scary Tales number 22. Now, those of us who have gotten married, there's a part in the ceremony you're always fearing, right? When that if anybody has anything to say or that the people should not be wed, that's when you start sweating, Yeah. But this one here is takes that to another extent because the ghost is saying, you can't marry him, Mary. He's a cold-blooded killer, and I'm the one he killed. I mean, look, imagine the pastor there, and look at the groom. He's like, oh,
could you imagine that really happening in a wedding? That'd be outrageous.
Oh, talk about your worst nightmare. I mean, that is scary right there. I don't care what you say. That is scary.
JRK, thanks for being here. I will see you later, bro. Really appreciate you.
All right, gentlemen.
That was awesome. Very awesome. Thank you so much, Roger.
To all my fellow Americans.
Yeah.
And great to be on with this illustrious panel and this great chat that's on here. I'm truly blessed to be part of this great community. And thank you, Aaron.
So am I. Yeah, I'm very blessed, man. I feel exactly the same way, man.
Before you go, Roger, the carddeal.com said, is that a wire shelf laid flat on the wall? I like the setup behind you.
Yes, it's exactly it. So it's one of those you find in a Home Depot that you put for laundry, like you put over laundry because it has the grills. And I put it down so that the narrow part is underneath, and that's what hold the comics.
Oh,
that's it.
Nice.
It's a very simple setup, very cheap. It was actually the idea was given to me by Silver Age Dave.
Oh,
and
cool.
he's the one who originated this type of setup. And let me tell you, it works great. Hurricanes have come through here, all kinds of stuff. Nothing's fallen off. So.
Wow. Wow,
Awesome.
that's great. Great catch,
Cool.
Will. Thank you for doing that. Thanks
Yeah.
for clarifying that, Roger. And
Yeah.
I'll catch you on your videos, buddy. And I really appreciate you when you have time to swing by. Very happy that you're at the Metacave, your real home right now. You know?
I'm like basking in the glory here. Trust
Yeah.
me.
Looking forward to your videos because you always do videos when you're back
Yes,
home. So
I've already taped 2 or 3. I'm going to have one coming up later tonight.
awesome.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Okay, gentlemen. God bless.
Okay.
Take care.
Adios,
See you soon,
Roger.
Roger.
Bye, guys.
Very cool, man. Yo, Brent's in the house. What's up, brother? The Dragon's Lair. Okay, guys, I'm going to take it away here for a little bit. I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to show some good stuff here that I recently got from my friend Sean. So, I like to shout out the years, and this is 1981, and it's the Invincible Iron Man 150. And this is the original. Is this the original Armor Wars, or is this just? I need 151 now too, you guys, right? And look at this. 151 has that awesome Doom cover.
Yeah, that's a beautiful cover too. Those battle
Oh
covers.
yeah,
The 2
Yeah.
characters.
John Romita Jr. does this is when he's doing more of his classic stuff, right?
Right.
So I was very happy to acquire this for the PC.
Yeah,
You
was
know?
doing the house style of art.
Yeah. Well, I guess he had a hard time when he first got there. Oh, he's like, oh, yeah, you're the kid, huh? Because his dad is already famous there, right? And so we'll do another older one here. It's 1973, and it's Daredevil 100 with the Black Widow, dude. Look at this.
Cool.
With an owl. Look at the owl in the background there. The owl always kind of looked like Wolverine a little bit. Very cool. We have Gene Colan, who did actually a lot of Daredevil, didn't he? What do you say, Rob?
I believe so, but I was never really into Daredevil that much, so I'm not real sure.
Well, it's pre-Miller stuff. Frank Miller put Daredevil back
But I
on.
think he was like the main artist in that, back like in the 60s era, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love me. And this Gene Colan is different. Sometimes it's a lot more like, I want to say like misty or mystical or something. It's really strange, but I definitely love Gene Colan for sure. And we'll do 1979. Doctor Strange 34. Is this Frank Bruner? Nope. Pretty cool cover though, huh?
Yeah, those are awesome.
Tom Sutton. So who's up next? Are you up next, Rob? Would you like to?
Doesn't matter. I can be.
Okay, we'll have you take a gander, take a shot at this. I have more to show, but hey, we got a little quasar, or is that pre-quasar? You guys could tell me. But yeah, man, let's get Rob on here, if you guys don't mind. Boom. What up, Cheap Comic Collector?
All right, so I thought I'd shift gears a little bit because I saw Matthew Morgan was in the house asking if I was the guy that bought the spirits from him on Whatnot, and yes, it is I.
Scotty wants to know.
And I just got his box in like yesterday or the day before or maybe today. I don't know. I'm confused. But
stuff happens.
I went and grabbed his box because it would be rude not to show what I got from him, right? So And if you're on Whatnot tomorrow morning, he's got another show at 10 a.m., and he said that he would have more of this kind of stuff. So
Cool. Well, Scotty's asking if this stream still lives, and yes, it's going on. There's a little overlap with the other. We'll fix that maybe someday. I don't know.
And with shipping, I got these for like $1.18 a piece, so that's not bad at all for Whatnot when you're buying individually. Because this was not a flat rate box. This was just, one comic at a time. Except he did do a couple bundles for me. But
right.
Anyway, here's an Uncle Scrooge. I'm not sure what number it is. I haven't got that far into it yet. But
Uncle Scrooge.
Uncle Scrooge. So he had a few cartoons.
People are like, when you get comics, where else do they go besides your PC? And I'm thinking, well, sometimes now we do claim sales.
Yeah.
So that's the answer.
That's what I do with them.
Yeah.
or trades.
Yeah.
Oh, we have trading programs. I don't know what this is. I just saw it was a special cover, so I grabbed it because it was $1.
There you go. It's called Shiny.
Yeah, it is kind of shiny. It's almost like but it's not quite. And I'm not sure, but I guess it is. But it's subdued.
Right. DC was doing covers like
192 with the bicentennial corner thingy still intact. And I didn't know what this one was, but it's by Harlan Ellison and Richard Corbin from Mad Dog Graphics. It's called Vic and Blood, The Chronicles of a Boy and His Dog.
Cool. Okay.
And it was the tagline that made me get it because I didn't know what it was. And I was like, oh, it's about a boy and his dog. I'm going to get it.
Right. Yeah.
Is the dog's name Vic and the boy's name Blood?
Probably. Weird Science number 15. Pretty sure that's a reprint.
Yeah. Looks like it. It's beautiful. Rising Rhino, thanks for being here.
Bernie Wrightson, Master of the Macabre. This is number 2.
Wow. Look at that. Bernie Wrightson is freaking awesome.
And then he had quite a few of the Xenozoic tales from Kitchen Sink, which I believe is what introduced Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. This is number 5.
Swagda, what up, man? Thanks for being here. How's it going?
Tales of Terror number 8 from Eclipse.
Oh, that's an interesting cover.
Wow, we got some horror today, don't we?
And for some more Xenozoic Tales, this is number 3.
Yeah, going in with pistols soon to be blazing.
Number 2. Number 10. That's cool. And another EC reprint, Two-Fisted Tales, number 34.
Wow, looking good.
And Xenozoic Tales, number 12. Number 9. And then he had a bunch of spirits that he pulled out for me because he saw that I wanted them. So this is number 5 from Kitchen Sink.
Cool.
Number 6.
What
Number 8.
year? Wow, what year are these?
These would have been early 80s, I believe.
But Kitchen Sink reprinted those, though, right?
Yeah, they're reprints because
Yeah.
all the original Spirit stories by Will Eisner were newspaper inserts back in the 40s.
Oh, okay, cool. This is So this is the
They
first.
were actually like a Sunday newspaper section that you could cut and fold up into a comic book.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's from 85.
Wow, cool.
Here
Matt
is
Morgan.
number 9.
The spirit.
And number 1. I think I already have this one, but I'm not sure. Sometimes I get it and then I sell it and I think I've got it and I don't. Number 16.
Awesome swag, dropping those links, buddy. Thank you so much.
Number 14. Number 12.
Matthew Morgan says he has
Number
stacks of
11. Cool. I'll be there tomorrow morning, buddy.
on our way.
Number 10. I think it's number 10. It's hard. The light in here is not very good.
He has the oversized issues too.
Number 3.
Yeah, swag just dropping these links.
Number 15.
Matthew says he'll leave the light on for you, buddy.
Number 17. That's cool.
That is a cool cover. Wow.
Yeah, dude.
When Roger was showing those ghostly books, it reminded me of something that happened when I was a kid. We had rented a house for like a summer, and they had the creepiest pictures on the wall of these people that were like painted pictures, but they were like of people back in the 30s or 40s or something.
Oh yeah, kind of creepy.
And they were just creepy as hell. I mean, I'm sure the Munsters or the Addams Family would have been more acceptable than these guys.
Yeah.
And we ended up like taking them off the walls and putting them in the closet with the faces turned to the wall because we didn't want to look at them. They were just so creepy.
You like to go to sleep at night.
Yeah. That one's number 4. And here's all Walt Disney's Comics and Stories. And a Spirit number 2. And Spirit the Origin Years number 1.
Beautiful.
4 stories from the 1940s.
Cool.
And there's number 4. But he also had some modern books. I got Batman 3 Jokers number 1.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was pretty fun. Good read.
And Superman Batman 30, which I don't believe I had. I was trying to check my list while I was on there, but you have to check so fast, it's hard to do. Batman and Robin 0. Superman Wonder Woman 5. Pretty sure I've got this one. And I was basically the only one there, so there wasn't anybody bidding against me. I just got them.
Seems to be a reoccurring theme, buddy.
Trinity, that's how I get them cheap, man. You got to hit it to work, you just got to get lucky.
Yeah.
Then in rooms where it's like I don't even bid because I can see that there's like 40 people already watching. There ain't no way I'm getting it for $1,
Yeah.
Here's a GI Combat. This is 1973, number 152. So this one's pretty beat up. It's missing chunks, but we don't care around here.
We don't care.
And this is Star Reach number 11.
Star Reach. Very
and
cool.
I don't really know what that is. I remember the title, but that's about all I recollect about it.
Matthew said that you saved his butt. He thought he was going to go away with no sales. Well, that's cool. You're happy with it, Matthew. Awesome.
Batman Gotham Knights number 4. I didn't have any of these, and he had quite a few of them, so I just grabbed the set that he had. There's number 11, number 13, Number 6. I don't see a number. Huh?
Oh, it happens.
Marvel Zombies Battle World number 2. Batman Gotham Knights 9. That's cool.
Good. Yeah.
You can see Batman in his glasses.
Nice.
Number 10. 12. Trinity number 10. And a Mickey Mouse. Oh, what's this? Wait a minute. He threw something in the back of this one that I did not see.
Uh-oh, a little surprise.
It is a card. Marvel Beginnings, A Point in Time, Gore the God Butcher.
Oh yeah, it's a Thor villain.
So it's
Modern villain.
some kind of upper deck Marvel series.
It's getting big.
Cool.
So that's cool.
Swag wants the Mickey Mouse, just so you know.
Hey, tough luck, buddy. I told you where I got it. He'll be on again tomorrow.
Nice. Cool.
So yeah, that was what I got from him.
Awesome.
51 comics, $1.18 a piece. It includes shipping. I mean,
Great deals, man.
yeah.
Wow.
I mean, Whatnot's the place to be. You just got to have the patience and resist
time.
the urge to bid when you're not comfortable with it, because it's
Yeah.
otherwise you can't spend. I mean, I got some books in today. I think they cost me almost $3 a piece.
Oh.
They're in such a sad condition that I wish I hadn't even paid $1 for them.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah. So you don't win them all.
Because I got into one of those things where it's $1, it's $1, but the shipping kicks in. And if they don't have their shipping set right, if they just leave it up to Whatnot rips you off on the shipping.
Right.
And it's not really the seller doing it, because they don't see that money. Whatnot takes it, and they don't ever see the shipping money.
Right.
It's just that they allow Whatnot to do their shipping. They put in like how much a comic book weighs, and then it just charges you too much.
Well,
After like 14 books of free shipping, then it started charging me the shipping all over again. It was like for one comic book, I get hit with a $7 shipping charge.
yeah.
And then it goes back to the $1 shipping, but then they ended the stream, and so I got caught in that again, where they just end the stream all of a sudden, and you're like, wait, I need to spend more money.
Matthew goes with his flat rate or prices with his orders.
Yeah, he was great. The $1.12 for individual comics like that, instead of when it's not like a flat rate box where they're just throwing them in there,
Yeah.
is just about the lowest I can get on there.
Right.
So yeah, the shipping was phenomenal on that one. So thank you,
Cool.
Matthew. I'll see you tomorrow.
You want to go next, Will?
I got it. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I still got a whole bunch of comics.
Excellent.
And Matthew says he'll be on at 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. 10 a.m. Eastern.
10 a.m. Eastern. Okay.
All right. Let's try to finish these off. All right. So we got an Absolute Power tie-in. We got Batman, kind of that classic, Batman on top of the building, standing on a gargoyle, peering down at the city. Feel like this is an homage to something that it's been done several times.
Yeah.
But there you go. And I have not read this one yet. Let's take a look at the interior art. There's some stuff going on. Let's see who's on this. This is Chip Zdarsky, Jorge Jimenez, and then it's a whole plethora of other people. This is actually a pretty thick book. So this is a $5.99, which means it's got a few extra pages
Sure.
in it. So it's probably got a backup story somewhere. But
So Swag's asking what Matthew's name is on.
He's on Whatnot as Ghost of Tom Joad 76.
Okay.
And if I can find swag on whatnot, I will just send him the link.
Okay.
So, all right. So this is a Absolute Power tie-in. There'll be a bunch of tie-ins to this series, but as you can see, the artwork's kind of changing as we go through the book. So this definitely has a few backup stories plus the main story. Basically, DC is gonna, turn off the lights and just have everything associated with this book, Absolute Power.
Right.
So this is one of 4. And guys, I'm just saying this not because I want you to leave and go to my channel, but I do have a poll up right now. And right now, I think it looks like 7 people have voted. I asked which summer comic event will have a bigger lasting impact. Right now, Marvel Blood Hunt is at 14%. DC Absolute Power is at 14%. What Are You Talking About is at 14%. And Neither Having an Impact is at 57%.
Does that post have its own link that someone can link in here, or if you want to link it in there, that way everyone goes to it? Because doesn't seem like a lot of people have gone to that yet.
Oh, to the
Your
poll.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just go vote and then go right back to your channel of viewing. Let me see if I can. Boop. I don't know if that works. It works. But there's a link.
Okay, cool.
So if anybody wants to go vote real quick, you now have the ability to do that. So this is a wraparound cover for Absolute Power. Dan Mora did this one. I actually like Dan Mora. He's a really hardworking artist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does a ton of covers and does interiors. Doesn't say he can't do either.
No, he's great. The Brave and the Bold with Mark Waid just pretty much showcases his talent, right? So now he's a DC superstar.
He is, and I've been, it's been about 5 years since I discovered Dan Mora's art, like really got into it, and he worked on what was the name of this series? It was an indie book. And it had to deal with like all like fables, right? And tales, like Beowulf, but it was set in modern time. It was like, what if all these creatures actually existed? Like, Merlin and the Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah.
And it kind of came into the future. And it was really good. But he worked on that book, and that really drew me in. And if I remember the name, Once in Future, was it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was really
Future.
Cool.
Wow, man, the years are flying by here, aren't they?
They do. Time is short, guys. Time is short. Not to get sad.
Yeah, let's not get. Steven Spock, thanks for being here. Good to see
the artwork in here is actually looking pretty cool, looking pretty good. So I think I'm going to enjoy reading this. It looks like a really good book.
Yeah.
Right, and we already showed this off, so we'll jump off of that. But really good. I just picked this up, I guess, because I'm a Spider-Man fan, but I should have left it on the shelf. But this is the Amazing Spider-Man Annual. They basically they're called the Annuals #1. So every year it's just #1 now.
Is he fighting the Green Lantern Corps?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Right, what is going on here?
You were
nobody who's on the original team, on the regular Amazing Spider-Man did this book. It really looks like one of those standalone annuals that they just gave somebody a shot.
But it seemed like you would have preferred leaving that on the shelf, or
we'll see. It's tying into a Thanos story. As you see here, it's got the Infinity Watch.
Yeah.
So this whole summer, I think later this summer, there's supposed to be a Thanos kind of story coming out where he's trying to collect, the stones again. So
right.
That seems to be what's happening. Honestly, the artwork inside, the interiors, looking at them, don't look horrible. If anything, some people would argue these look better than JRJR artwork. But
current JRJR, right?
Yeah, right. So not,
it looks
horrible. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So you know what I said, leave it on the shelf, but we'll see after I read it. That'll really be the telltale sign. Later this summer too, we got the relaunch of the X-Men. So here's a little ad for that in the beginning. X-Men #1. There's 3 books coming out. 3 new X-Men.
What? They're relaunching X-Men?
Yeah.
Again?
Well, they're finally getting away from Krakoa.
The Krakoan era,
Yeah.
right? And then going back to a more
Street level stuff for a while.
Yeah.
Right.
Looks like the mansion though has been from what I've been reading in the previews, the X mansion has been taken away by the government. So we'll see if they ever get back in the mansion.
Right.
And it'll be interesting to see where, they don't have Krakoa and they don't have the mansion anymore. What did the X-Men call base,
Yeah.
So we'll see. Here's Venom number 35. This is leading up into a story called Venom Wars. It looks like it's going to be Eddie versus Dylan, his son.
Yeah.
And Eddie's
It
got
looks
some
good.
cosmic powers.
Nice cover. Yeah, and I agree, Matthew. Matthew Morgan. Thank Git. Krakoa is over. I know you meant thank God, but it started off pretty awesome though. But
Yeah, it was an interesting concept when it started.
yeah.
It was, and like all things must come to an end. Oh, I think part of it was Hickman halfway through kind of jumped off ship.
Yeah,
he was still kind of around, but he wasn't really running it
because he wanted to leave the island, and the X office didn't. I think that's the story.
Right. Yeah, and he was from what I also hear, he was trying to do his Substack stuff. So he was, he was like, if we're not going to do it my way,
right,
I'm gonna go do the indie stuff that I want to do. So
yeah, there's always more to the story, and I didn't hear about that part, but yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's probably, the part you mentioned with that part. The part I mentioned is probably like the part that happens after. They're like, we're gonna do it this way instead. And he was like, all right, well then I'm gonna go do this. So yeah,
I'm gonna use that thing. Gid.
Yeah,
Gid.
Turn it into a meme.
Yeah,
we got Spider-Man in the Venom book. So wait, and then there's Dr. Doom on the next page. All right, so we got some reading to do. We got to figure out what's going on there. Oh, and this guy here, I forget his name, but this dude here, if you've been reading Venom, he's like one of the original symbiotes that was captured, like dates back to like the 1940s and military testing.
Wow.
So it's interesting. They created this character, and we'll see if they actually use him. I think it goes back to when Donny Cates was writing Venom. I think that was a Donny Cates creation. So we'll see. Doctor Strange Blood Hunt tie-in, which is no surprise because Jed McKay has been
on Doctor Strange and doing the Avengers and the event.
Yeah, and doing Moon Knight, and so all his characters are pretty much involved.
Steven Spock has a question for everyone. So, do any of you nerds have the DC titles from 1978, where there's DC questionnaire inserts?
Huh.
I think so. If it's what I think he's talking about, I have one or two at least. Where it's asking like what your new favorite title of the ones they came out with in the 70s just before they imploded and that kind of stuff. So
it was a marketing scheme they were attempting.
Marketing.
So we
and then they got the answers back and they said, well, we're just canceling everything.
Yeah, that's right. We derailed the Jed McKay story that we were launched into.
Fine, that's an interesting question. So things in Doctor Strange have gone so poorly that they've resorted to asking Baron Mordo for help. So that's how bad they've got. But here's a picture of what Doctor Strange, his body looks like at the moment. Blade turned him into a vampire, but it's okay because Doctor Strange, can leave his body and go ethereal. So
yeah.
He's living outside his body these days. I don't know what's going on here, but there's some big giant astral wolf thing. So there's some stuff happening. Yeah, you got the I forget what the dog's name is at the moment. Ghost dog. So there's some stuff happening in this book. The other thing that we have is Victor Strange, who is Doctor Strange's brother, who was exiled to the mirror realm, has taken over Doctor Strange's body. So there's a case of possession happening in this book. There's a lot happening in here. And apparently there's a big fight.
So how would you rate the event so far?
I like it. On a scale of 5, I'd probably say it's a 3.5, and only because I don't know what the consequences are of this. You know,
Right.
it's a fun read. You know, vampires and everything. It's great. I just don't know if it will be any actual consequences to
lasting effects.
Yeah, they have been teasing that there's going to be a death, but even in comics, like a death is never really a full death, right?
No, it's not.
Unless you're Alfred, in which case, you know, he's been dead for like 3 years, but even he can come back at some point.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty surprising. I'm happy actually that they kind of stuck to their guns on that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they keep bringing him back in one way or the other for whatever story they need it for, but
Right.
Still, it was, you know.
And then they just pack him back away.
Yeah, I mean, because everybody everybody just assumed that he's going to be back in like 3 months, you know.
And the fact that they've kept him down for a while is it is shocking. It's surprising. It's actually, and I think I have the comic. Like, no, I found it in like a 50-cent bin, like the death of Alfred, and I was like, man, that's so disrespectful. But also, I'll take it for 50 cents. Like, you know,
what comic book death lasted the longest? Either one of the obscure X-Men characters or Green Goblin, I would say.
Yeah, those did tend to. Really depends what you're talking about. Here's a cool ad they've been having. If you ever wanted to see Greg Capullo do Marvel art and Wolverine, they got the Wolverine book.
I would say Uncle Ben. He's still dead, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to count supporting characters, I don't know if they count or not.
Well, they brought back alternate universes, but yeah, Uncle.
I mean, in the alternate universe, but you know, the main character is still dead.
Yeah, that's true.
I think he's come back as a ghost or something once or twice, but
right.
But who doesn't? You know.
Well, even Uncle Bill's back.
So you think about it.
Uncle Ben.
This is a free. It's called Marvel Must Have. So if you got a LCS around you, feel free to grab it. It's basically one issue of like several books in here. So they got some gang war stuff in here from Spider-Man. I think they're just trying to, you know, they got the trades coming out, and probably a lot of these books are still hanging out on the shelf. So it actually seems like several issues of gang war stuff. So, but it's free. And then what else? We have some Avengers. Yep. So here, see, it's actually like a comic in the comic. So it's Avengers issue number 7.
Cool.
And then you can read all of issue number 7 that's in here. Skip a few pages so you don't get a copyright strike.
Looking good.
Yeah. So if you go to your local LCS, they'll have this.
Yeah.
They got some Moon Knight in here if you're a Moon Knight fan.
New comic day with Couple Comics.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Moon Knight is the Moon Knight number 1. So if you ever wanted to read Moon Knight number 1, there it is. You can start off with Moon Knight number 1. So
cool.
It's called Marvel Must Haves. It's free, and it's on the shelf at your LCS today.
Nice.
Yeah. Then they also got the thing that tells you all the things that are coming out. But this one actually also has a preview in the back. I forget what comic this one is. So basically, Uncanny X-Men number 1 has a preview. So if you want to read some of Uncanny X-Men number 1.
Cool preview.
Yeah, that's also in this book. And the Phoenix is going to have her own book too. So here's another preview book for newer stuff. So the must-have is books that already came out. And this Marvel's free spotlight is books that are coming out.
Right.
All right. This is a Blood Hunt tie-in. Blood Hunters. I've been collecting these B covers just because the very first one I bought was a B cover because that was all they had left on the shelf.
Right. Yeah.
So since then, I've just been grabbing the B of these Blood Hunters.
That's cool.
Pretty cool. Anthology book has several different stories in it. So this one has a story with Doom. Last issue had one with the Hulk. Then you also have like a Hawkeye. There should be a Hawkeye in here somewhere, and possibly a Cloak and Dagger story if they're keeping with the same motif. What is this one? I don't know. But we got some Dracula-ish story in here.
Nice.
And Hellcalf. Whoa, what is this? It says Hellcalf, and then you flip the page, and it's like a vampire cow. It's like
Weird.
attacking this dude. So
Looking
all right,
at-
now we got to read it.
Licking up some blood.
That's actually from some previous storyline somewhere. I don't remember what it's from, but
It
says-
rings a
I
bell.
I remember there being like a hell cow.
Yeah, it says
It
the
might be like
fall
a-
of the house.
It might
of
have
Utter.
been like a Howard the Duck type thing or something like that.
Yeah, it's the fall of the house of Utter. Interesting. And there's the dagger story. She got bit.
Oh,
So, and you got Bloodstone in this one too. Elsa Bloodstone.
so you've read DC versus Vampires, right?
I haven't read the whole thing. I've
Oh, you
read
didn't read
the
the whole
first
thing?
issue. Yeah,
I was going to ask
wanna-
you. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to read it after finishing Blood Hunt just to kind of compare them.
Yeah.
I have
That
the
would be-
DC app, so I'll just read it on there.
Yeah.
This is the Holy Roller. This is with Rick Remender and Andy Samberg. You may remember him from Brooklyn Nine-Nine or Saturday Night Live. It's pretty funny. It's about a guy who has his family somehow has like the ability to throw bowling balls really well. So he had the option of becoming a
His
professional.
superpower.
Yeah. You know, he had the option of probably becoming a professional bowler. Instead, he becomes a superhero. Yeah.
Looks pretty good, the art, though.
The artwork is actually pretty good. It's a funny story. It's pretty funny. Basically, this guy comes back to town because his dad is a little sick or whatever, and I think that's how it starts. And he finds out that there's like a neo-Nazi cell in his hometown, and he reluctantly becomes a hero for his town. You know, they threaten like his family and stuff, and so
Yeah.
kind of has to become a hero. Star Wars Inquisitors. If you're a Star Wars fan, this is just a book with the Inquisitors in here. They're also,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of. They're also in video games and stuff. Just some
They're
cool.
Sith wannabes, though. But I mean,
Yeah,
have you read that yet? No, you only read
I
4.
have not read this one yet.
Yeah.
We will read it. And apparently, there's like another first appearance, which every Star Wars book has a first appearance in it these days.
Yeah.
So there's another. There's a Jedi. Excuse me, a Jedi first appearance in this book. So we'll find it. That's just ships. I was gonna say artwork looks decent, but let's find a person in the face. Yeah, not
Awesome.
too bad. So another book in the Star Wars universe. What else we got? Oh, Star Wars: The High Republic. So this is, you know, prequel. So this happens way in the beginning.
That's number 1? No.
This is actually this is issue number 9.
I was thinking of something else. Yeah.
Issue number 9 of the 3rd volume
Yeah, 3rd
of
volume.
Star Wars: High Republic.
I actually have
So
some.
here, if you can read it.
Yeah, it has the
So if you can read it, it says here's the High Republic, and then
Yeah.
all of the Jedi.
the ultimate timeline.
So you have like the exactly. So the artwork in here is not horrible. It's cool. There's a lot of emotion in this book. Actually, the artist actually conveys fear quite well. There's a lot of fear in these books. I guess when you're dealing with the Sith,
Sure.
there's a lot of things to fear. So, but cool book. And then last but not least is Moon Knight #0, Fist of the Khonshu. It says 15. I think I paid 10 for it. So I did overreach on this book, but I checked out on eBay and the last sale of this book was $40.
Wow.
Yeah, so I might.
I don't have that.
Yeah, not that I'm a flipper, but I may just let this one go if somebody's willing to pay, $30-$40 for it and get some money back on my
Sure.
my purchase. Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, this is basically this is the secret variant. So every comic store got one, which is a myth because some stores get two. If a store orders from both Penguin and orders from Diamond, they will get two. They order from two different distributors.
It used to be all one distributor, but now,
Right.
now it's all broken up.
Right.
And now, so we get variant covers. We get variant covers based on this, right?
Right. So each distributor will ship one to each store. So this was a secret variant. It was thrown in. A lot of people found out about it last minute. When I went to the store, they still had it, but they didn't actually have the A cover. So it is polybagged. So I'm not
Time
gonna
to flip it.
rip it open. But this is the return of Mark Spector as Moon Knight. Spoiler alert, Mark Knight has not been Moon Knight.
He's already back. It hasn't been long, folks.
Was not long. Again, another.
Alberto Suave says his comic shop was charging 100 Canadian for that.
Whoa, that's crazy. That's probably like what, $60 or $80 US. I don't know the conversion rate per se, but that's still a lot. Yeah, I got that one for 10, and there was still a second one on the shelf. So when I left the comic shop, so I guess I got kind of lucky. And if somebody's willing to pay 100 Canadian or US, they can have it.
You flip it and you get it back in a year for like half or less than
$10.
Exactly. So that was my new comic book day haul. That was the last book in the lot. It was pretty decent stack.
Very cool, you guys.
Very nice.
I could show just a couple more, I guess, but I kind of wanted to wrap it up soon, actually. But I wanted to show this, but I'm gonna wait. There's a couple I wanted to show, but I'm just gonna wait on them, I think.
I mean, if you want me to wrap it up, I have a few extra books, but I don't know.
Yeah, if you want, I wanted to get you guys' opinion on this Captain Marvel when he came back initially, and he was all like blue and stuff.
Oh, Marvel or whatever they call it.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on this guy?
Was that no, Peter David? Did Peter David write that?
Yeah, I think so.
It's just weird.
It was weird, huh? It wasn't well received, but he looks kind of cool. But yeah, maybe it wasn't that big of a deal. I liked Captain Marvel, the original stuff. So, and I have a bunch of these, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. So, not a bunch of these issues, but
and that's a 0. It's a wizard.
Yeah. You guys, we could just call it. Unless you want to show a couple. You want to show a couple more before we call it? We got a few minutes here.
Oh, I could just show a few. I have a handful here of just books.
Yeah, I've got some too, but actually,
anybody like Star Trek? Because I got Star Trek 65.
Okay.
Bought this because it's got the original Star Trek cast on the cover. So that's cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, let's open it up. Actually, let's see what the interiors were like back when.
Yeah, Alberto's saying just flip that one you got there. No one's gonna.
Yeah, flip it when it's hot, or nobody's gonna care.
Yeah,
nobody will care. Yeah, I think I'm not a huge flipper, but I think that might be.
I'm not either. It's too much work.
People
like to chase that dollar.
It's true.
I've got a bunch of Star Treks too.
I bet by tomorrow it'll be worth like $20 or something.
You don't know. Sometimes
they keep going up.
Yeah.
I know on Whatnot, nobody buys Star Trek.
Already.
They're like, please take my Star Trek. box.
So yeah, it's Star Trek. It's pretty cool. Oh wait,
Is that the DC?
Velocity, the Flash.
Is that DC or Marvel Star
DC.
Trek? Or-
DC. I've never really
DC.
got many DC Star Treks, but I saw this one. You know, it's got the original cast on there, like I said. And
I've seen a lot of covers that look like they would be good to like take to cons and get the actors to sign them. You know,
right.
that they're just because they have neat layouts where there's room for signatures and stuff.
Yeah, this one would be cool. I mean, it's their the original cast of Star Trek. If you're gonna get any of the remaining guys, it's pretty much now. Do it now. This is Arrow. So this is when Marvel started printing, characters that were fit the Pan-Asian motif.
Oh
so
yeah, I remember that.
One of the characters that came out of that. So I got issues 1 and 2 of that one. These were 50 cents. Monsters Unleashed. A lot of people like this series. So Cullen Bunn and David Baldion on the art. So I picked that up. Here's a cool Ghost Rider. This was, I think,
That's
$1.
awesome.
Yeah, this is just a cool
That looks great.
cover. So that's awesome. Here's some X-Men from the Krakoan era. This was 50 cents. X-Men number 2. This is when Hickman was still writing the book.
He did about 12 issues of that, and it was okay. I loved the hodgepodge or whatever you call it. Hoxpox.
Oh, yeah.
House of X.
X and Power of 10 or something like that.
Yep, thought that was great.
This is Alex Ross variant of issue 3. So I thought that was pretty cool. You got Sunfire and Arcane.
That looks great.
So pretty awesome. This is issue 4 of the Hickman series. So I managed to pick up 2, 3, and 4. Luckily, I already have issue 1.
Didn't you already have these, or?
I had issue 2. I didn't have this issue 3. I didn't have this issue 3 of with the Alex Ross
variant. No, that's really
No.
good score.
And then if you look at this one, this is a very business-like,
I remember that.
covers. This one's actually pretty cool.
You got Apocalypse actually working with them.
Yeah. And look at that suit, like the tailor who had to make that suit. Oh,
Yeah.
man,
Pretty crazy.
Here's some 1990 exactly, 50 cent Green Lantern.
Cool.
So you got Hal and Kyle, right? And John Stewart. So,
Yeah.
And this is issue 1, actually, first issue, Return of DC's Greatest Cosmic Heroes. So
Awesome.
not bad. And then I think that's all I had for my little pile that was here on the side.
Well, that's cool because we're gonna wrap it on up here. I want to show just something Rob gave me. It's not worth much, but it's in mint condition, and it's come to the Badger birthday bash. Wine, women, song, violence, and beer. You guys,
The Badger.
pretty cool. It's all wrapped in a bow, and it's a die cut. Look at this. Gotta love the die cuts, right? I do collect Badger. It's not too hard to collect, actually. Da-da-da. We got something evil serving them cake. Very cool, you guys. Well,
He stick his tongue in the cake.
Did you look at frosting?
Yeah.
I had a freaking blast today, man. This was so much fun. I love that we had a couple guests, to join us.
Yeah, we had 5 people on. That's the most we've ever had, right?
Could be, probably, yeah. Cool. We missed Mike today, but he's got some family and friends. It's the 4th of July. We want to wish you guys a happy 4th of July. I normally go around and ask you guys if there's anything happening for you on YouTube and stuff like that. You want to start, Mr. Cheap Comic Collector?
Cheap. Yeah, you know when Higgy goes into the comic shop and they're all like Higgy. I go in and they're like cheap.
Cheap. Hey, Damien, yeah, you just missed us, buddy. It was a great show. We had Dr. Silver Age on and Metarog on too. But yeah, check out Graphic Man too. Graphic Man's his show's happening right now. So yeah, anything
yeah, so tomorrow I think I'm gonna try something a little weird for me. I'm gonna go live, but I'm gonna put the link to the show in chat, so anybody that wants to come on can come on. Even if they don't have a channel, they can just come on and talk. You know,
it'll be a free for all.
It'll be weird.
Yeah.
And I might just be there talking to myself and watching Matthew on you know, whatnot, getting his books. I don't know, but
That'll be tomorrow.
Sometime tomorrow. I don't know when. Just when I feel like doing it, because I won't want it to interfere with like my mom's, you know, getting my mom lunch or anything. So it might be after lunchtime.
Okay, that sounds
before I
interesting.
do
Now, are you doing some live episodes in lieu of the videos that you've misplaced recently?
Just that.
Just that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought about it, and I'm like, no.
Okay.
But then I had the idea to do that when we were talking Monday, you know, and I was like, oh, that could be interesting just to see what happens and who shows up, and you know, it might be fun. It might just be a total disaster. I don't really know.
It'll be fun no matter what. These live streams are just fun for me no matter what happens. I don't watch the numbers. I just love the interactions, and it's just cool.
And you know, it'll just be interesting to see what happens. And then of course there'll be the sale on Saturday, and most of the books will be a surprise because I lost the 3 episodes for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I don't know. I purposely have not looked to see what's in there just to surprise myself. So,
well, that'll be fun too. I'll definitely be in the chat for Saturday. So, well, cool. Anything you want to say, Will? I know you've got your thing, your voting thing up.
Oh yeah. So let's take one more look at the poll. See how many more people voted. We got a couple more votes. So, which comic event will have a bigger lasting impact? Marvel Blood Hunt, 12%. DC Absolute Power, 12%. What are you talking about? 25%. And half of the people who voted think neither will have an impact. Hey, Alex. So yeah, that's the thing. Every week I'm on, I'll try to put up a different poll so people can check it out and vote if they choose to. Matthew Morgan says, don't forget to leave milk and cookies out tonight for Captain America.
Absolutely. That's a good point.
And I just realized that that's Yoda waving the American flag.
Yeah, I stuck a flag on his lightsaber.
Yeah.
Matthew,
I was like, what is waving? And I was like, oh, it's Yoda.
Matthew, thank you for the levity today. That was really good, man. I'm glad you had a couple beers. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, and he answered his question about the who's been dead the longest too, and it's Batman's parents. So I think he wins because it didn't even occur to me.
Yeah,
that sounds right. Yeah.
Happy 4th to Under the Cowl of MS2.
They've been dead for a while. Dead. What else? Oh, I dropped the video today actually of my comic haul from last week. So it's got minor reviews in there, and some 50 centers that I purchased recently are also in that video. So you can check that out.
Cool.
Yeah, and then Monday Night Raw books.
Oh yeah.
Actually, we're gonna be moving Monday Night Raw books to Afternoon Delight. Yes, but unfortunately now I have to go into work early on Monday, so we're gonna move it Tuesday. So it's gonna be Afternoon Delight on Tuesday. We'll see who shows up. It'll be like me and my mom.
And Rob and his mom.
Maybe somebody else.
My mom has no idea what I do in here.
Right. No,
all she knows is I get like boxes and boxes and boxes in the mail, and then I ship boxes and boxes and boxes out.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Dragon's Lair. Afternoon Delight, I've always enjoyed that. Will I jumped on those streams more back in the day than I did Raw, just from the time period I was on.
Yeah,
All right,
I
you
think
guys, go
we'll do
ahead.
we're gonna do it again, and then we'll come back to Monday night the week after, and then the week after that, I have to jump back to Afternoon Delight. So you'll get to hear the best song ever.
That's my favorite part, man. I love how you do that. Yeah, I love the sampling.
Mashup.
All right,
But
you
yeah.
guys, we are out of here. I'm my schedule. I've been doing a lot of inputting for the new album I'm going to do. It's a double album, and I'll release that in a week or so, and I'll just live stream and just say hi to people and face the electronic camera, right? Instead of just releasing something and not facing people, But that's about it. What is it? What day is it? It's Wednesday. I do the Friday opening, gazing at open comics on a Friday afternoon. I'll probably do that. Saturday, I'll be in the chat with my brother, Cheap Comic Collector. And Monday, oh yeah, we're gonna do the comics claim sale over on my channel Monday nights. That's big.
Well, gonna be you,
That's
brother.
freaking big. So Rob, thank you so much for setting me up on that, man. Rob, if you guys don't know, took me under his wing, and I do claim sales now. But we have Rob here showing me the ropes. It's like counterintuitive where this thing is, man.
Yeah, it's always the opposite of where you want it to be. It's weird.
Exactly.
I
All
wonder if I
right,
can,
guys, we're
I think I can
signing
flip the
out.
camera so it's correct.
We're signing out. This has been Chaotic Comic Book Cover Displays and more with friends. It seems like Metarog kept his channel on, so that's what you guys are seeing. Metarog was on earlier, so do the replay on his channel if you see him often. Thank you so much for being here. Have a happy 4th of July, and we're out.
Bye, guys.
Deuces. See you on the next one.
Firework just went off.